Welcome everyone to today's video, and today we're going to take a look at my Go Stadium Elite Tier playoffs. So if you guys haven't known it yet, Go Stadium has a league format whereby you can go against other people from all around the world in your own Go Stadium lobby. So after every season, after every tournament, you're able to collect points which will go towards a relegation or a promotion at the end of the season. So for me, I didn't get enough points to get into Elite Tier, so therefore I had to go against Shep88 from South Africa in the playoffs to determine who would get to go into Elite Tier and who would not in this instance. So let's get into the video. So going into our first battle, and you saw that I have a Shadow Beedrill as one of my Pokemon, and the reason why I picked it was because I needed an anti-charmer that can also beat other grass, and in this case it does both. But in the first game I met a really terrible lead. Shadow Beedrill does not like to meet other than Marowak in this instance, so I swap into Azumarill and they come to swap into Shadow Abomasnow, and it doesn't look good as of now because Azumarill will get out spammed and will lose CMP to a Shadow Abomasnow. Normal Abomasnow would have 1 CMP anyways against Azumarill, but in this instance with a Shadow variant, he will definitely win against Azumarill. So I came back in with my Shadow Beedrill, thinking I could farm down, but then again they had residual energy from the Azu matchup and got a Weather Ball through, which in hindsight I should have shielded because it hurts a lot. And I went in with Umbreon straight away, knowing that they would bring in their Alolan Marowak and they come to swap into Galarian Stunfisk. So at this point, what is basically one Pokemon versus 2, and I basically do not have any chance of winning the first game. So at this point I'm just doing some chip damage, hoping that they might slip up and maybe give me an opening. I was thinking maybe I could bait, I wouldn't say bait, but I think catch it on my Shadow Beedrill and maybe preserve my Umbreon for the Alolan Marowak later on. But then again they automatically swapped, and yeah, I did get the drill run through, but it wasn't enough to take out the Alolan Marowak. Alolan Marowak is quite a bulky fire type Pokemon. So I came back in with Umbreon, and at this point they can just spam Bone Club in a 1v1 shield scenario. I mean, even if I shielded that, they could have just come back in with Galarian Stunfisk and Earthquake me down. Even at this point, with that one shield, I don't think I could have done that much. Galarian Stunfisk is pretty tanky, and one foul play from Umbreon would not kill it from this range. So GG's to my opponent there on the first game. So now I had to rethink my strategy, because usually I like to be on the front foot after the first game. So in the second game I let Umbreon into Galarian Stunfisk. So in this game I thought that maybe I can just foul play it down. Maybe I can use it to my advantage because of Umbreon's spamminess as compared to Galarian Stunfisk, whereby after the rocks like Bait, Earthquake will more often than not do a lot more damage in comparison. I mean, even so, here I went with the Earthquake me first on my Umbreon, and this knowledge would help me later on in my 5th matchup, which you will see later. So I foul played again, and this is a very long matchup. I mean, Umbreon versus Galarian Stunfisk, 2 tanky Pokemons, both have insanely high defenses and HP. At this moment, this is a battle of endurance. Who would beat? I mean, who would shield at this point? And at this moment, I thought, you know what? Let's just let it go and let Defense Dioxys maybe get a few counters in. Oh no wait, I actually went into Galarian Stunfisk. So they brought in their Shadow Snow right here, which is not ideal because Galarian Stunfisk, even though with the Rock Slide nerf, it could still do a ton of damage to Shadow Snow. I shielded here thinking that it might be Energy Ball, but instead it was just a Water Ball bait. So I went for another Rock Slide here and hoping for it to shield. Oh no wait, oh its shields are down, so yeah, no shields. So I swap into Defense Dioxys to get ahead on energy. The shields down, Defense Dioxys with loaded energy would be deadly. So here they came in with Galvantula, so I went in for double Psycho Boost because shields down, Defense Dioxys, even with a debuff after the first Psycho Boost, the second Psycho Boost will kill Galvantula. So here we managed to get the second. Oh no wait, I needed actually didn't kill, he needed one more counter after that. But with that one shield, we could have just safely shielded Defense Dioxys, kill off the Galvantula, and then a few counters to kill off their Galarian Stunfisk. So good games on the second one. So now we are 1-all. So for this one, it's a best of 5 series. It's not like the usual best of 3. So this will be a little bit longer, needs a little more strategizing on my part. So on the third game, our Defense Dioxys had to meet their Galvantula. I would have wanted to let off the Psycho Boost before they launch us because both will give an attack debuff, but getting the launch attack debuff after the Psycho Boost attack debuff would have been more ideal. So we swapped into Galarian Stunfisk, but we got debuffed beforehand by their Galvantula before they swapped into Shadow Snow. So now Galarian Stunfisk, a low attack Pokemon, debuffed attack wise. The Rock Slide will not do as much with Shadow Snow. So at this point we just let it go. Maybe we can come back in and farm down with Defense Dioxys, I believe. Yeah, we come back with Defense Dioxys. Hopefully farm down. I counted a bit of lag, but I think it was a mutual lag. So yeah, we managed to farm it down, and then they brought in Galarian Stunfisk. Like, oh boy, not again. I mean, as it is bad enough that Umbreon will be weak to lunges that come from Galvantula, and then here we have our Defense Dioxys having to throw away all our energy to soften up the Galarian Stunfisk. So here Umbreon hopefully able to get this through, but most probably they will shield. Having that one shield, better use it at the first charge move, since lunge will do super effective damage and also decrease the attack of Umbreon. So yeah, so at this point we need 2 foul plays, but they got to the lunge first. Another mistake on my part at this end. So, and they got Volt Switch through, which is terrible because Volt Switch being like, I think 4 turn fast move, so getting it to sneak through is massive in terms of the energy generation and damage done. So they came back in with Galarian Stunfisk. I could have swapped out there, maybe catch on Defense Dioxys, that would have been nice. But yeah, at this point they can just Rock Slide me through and Mud Shot down, and that's game over. Oh yeah, I got another Psycho Boost through, but it wouldn't have done that much damage anyways because it's single resisted, and the tankiness of Stunfisk prevailed again. So going on to the 4th game, at this point I needed to win 2 in a row, but here is where it became clutch. Shadow Beedrill against Galvantula, because interestingly, Shadow Beedrill can actually outspam Galvantula and reach the Accessor before Galvantula reaches to lunge or discharge. So at this point, I stayed in, knowing that I could most probably get both shields away from Galvantula. Just look at how much the Poison Jab chunks Galvantula. So at this point, they swap into Galarian Stunfisk, and we counter swap to Azumarill, which is super awesome. We needed to win switch. So at this point, we went straight Hydro Pump, knowing that most probably they would need to save the second shield for Galvantula later on against Shadow Beedrill, since we have a lot of energy. And they came in here with their Galvantula again, and this is a race to the Ice Beam, and they're trying to farm us down, which is a good play on their part, but then again, they underestimated the bulkiness of Azumarill getting to Ice Beam before they can farm us down. So at this point, we thought, you know what, let's just try to go in with Galarian Stunfisk and to farm it down, and possibly just let them throw away all their energy on Galarian Stunfisk. And they brought in an Azumarill, and at this point I thought they still had one more shield, so I went for like a shield bait first. But then again, they didn't have any more energy left. They didn't have any more shields, sorry. So at that time, I should have just shielded here and most probably get a drill run off, do a ton of neutral damage on Azumarill, but I didn't. So at this point, I still had one more shield. And just for you guys to know, I still think that I had one more. They had one more shield, so I'm still going for shield bait opportunities, even though they didn't have any more shields. And at this point, yeah, I put myself in that precarious position where I thought like, oh shit, I need to farm down the Galvantula. I put myself in this position to actually lose. I should have lost this one, to be honest. I mean, they had no shield. I had one Pokemon that can most probably run through both of them straight away. And here I still went for Rock Slides. And then later on, after I threw this final Rock Slide, I'm like, oh, right, they had no more shields. So I'm like, yeah, sorry Shep. But I just got lucky there for the 4th game. Now going on to the decider. So I let Umbreon here, and we met against the Galarian Stunfisk again. So I thought, you know what, from the second game, most probably they're gonna throw Earthquake first. So shielding Earthquake will make them lose a lot of energy, and we successfully shielded an Earthquake. So at this point, we put them in a lot of pressure at the back end later on of this fight to shield our foul plays, because we had already like wasted a lot of the energy, and foul play as it is with Snarl would charge up quite fast. So they went for another Earthquake, and then at this point, you know what, we got this. I think we will have won the lead, or at least get a shield from them. So we went for another foul play, and we got the first shield from them. So we went for another foul play, hoping that maybe if we are lucky we can get a second shield, but they didn't shield that. And at this point, like the second game, we can just let it go down, maybe come back into farm. But I think they undercharged here to get a few mud shots in, but we got a defense Deoxys with energy. And here's I think where the game changed on its head. They swapped in Galvantula, we went for a Psycho Boost, and then immediately swapped into Shadow Beedrill. And this is where they made the mistake. They swapped into Shadow Abomasnow, and Beedrill with a head start will get to X-Scissor before they get to a Weather Ball, and it's one shots the Shadow Abomasnow. And here we thought like, let's just flex on them a bit more. Let's just let Shadow Beedrill go down. That extra poison jab did put it in Psycho Boost range. So at this point, you can safely shield the defense Deoxys, even though the first launch will not kill. And then we go for the Psycho Boost straight away and kill it off and win the series 3-2. GG's on Shep 88 though. The fight was really, really intense on my end. Having to come back from 2-1 down to win 3-2, it's definitely a hard one. So definitely GG's to Shep 88. So if you guys like this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and if you guys think I could improve anywhere in this video, do leave a comment below. It really helps. I would really love to improve my video editing skills, and hopefully I can make more videos for you guys in the future. So that's all for today's video. I see you in the next one.